Welcome to Highland Park. We are at Gimme Records on a tour, taking you to the best record stores in LA. Let's go.
Gimme Records used to be on York Boulevard, but they've moved to a larger space, and with that space came even more awesome records. They have some really eclectic stuff that's modern, some stuff that's old, but their prices are always on point. Highly recommend checking this spot out. Alright, found a bunch of good stuff here today. So, it's a single everybody should have, DJ or not. Classic.
Bismarcky.
This is cool. This is a band called Split Enz. It's an 80s kind of new wavy group. And this album actually has a bunch of different covers that are all different colors of the same design. But the cool thing about this that I like to show people is some copies have this laser etching.
What?
And this happens to be one of them. It's not rare, but it is
That's
very
so
cool. And it's on both sides. This is funny. In the Echo Park Part 2 video, I was talking about the Dirty Projectors album where they covered this, and then here it is. So, it's weird. This is the Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request. Early copies of this actually had this hologram on the front, and then later it was just a picture on it. But the hologram, if you move it around, you can actually see all the Beatles' heads. If you move it in the right way, which you won't be able to see in this video, unfortunately. But it's definitely cool. If you see it at a store, check it out and try to find all 4 of them. My favorite album, Alligator Red National, and it's the green pressing of it too. So whoever gets this is awesome. Arcade Fire, The Suburbs, 15 bucks, great price. Their prices here are top notch. Finally, this is one of my favorite albums from the 60s, Gees Odessa. This is Gees pre-disco. This is when they sounded like the Beatles, and it was this beautiful sound that no one really knows them for. And this album's cool. My dad showed me this. It's velvet. So it has a really cool texture to it, and the album itself is terrific. Actually, I'm going to talk about this more in a future video, so get ready for that.
So this past weekend, I actually listened to this album 2 times in a row. Really want it on vinyl. Is This It by The Strokes? It's just a perfect album. You can listen to it from front to finish with no problem. We have Bob Dylan's Nashville Skyline, one of his best. This is the album where he sounds different, right?
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And it's $10. It's for cheap. Here we have Marcos Valle. He's following me around everywhere I go. I think that means I should get it. So this band actually came out with 100 limited edition copies that they hand spray painted, and Matt found one in LA. This is their regular copy, so not the spray painted one. And it's an amazing Americana album that we should all listen to. The band's name's Blitz and Trapper. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still in Highland Park here at Permanent Records. Super cool shop. I'm very excited to see what we find. Let's go.
Permanent Records is great for crate diggers, not just because there's actually crates in the store. They have really good bargain sections as well as new arrivals. All genres are represented well in the store, and their prices match. They do sell pizza slip mats that they make, and they're very awesome and a good addition to your turntable. We got a chance to talk to one of the owners, so at the end of the video, see what he has to say about why Permanent rocks.
Guys, I'm super excited to search through these bins because finally I can reach. So if you are short, this is the place to come.
Don't get used to it.
Shut up. So this listening station is super cool because it gives you an option of what to listen to. So you're kind of forced to listen to something that you wouldn't normally pick up. I just found out who Jane Weaver is, and I love her music. It is described as acoustic folk alternative. It's really cool. So my picks, we're starting with Primitive. I found this in the listening station. It's really cool, rock, garage rock, whatever you call it. I like it. My next pick, Matt found this one for me. Coolest cover ever, so I have to get it. 70s music, which I love, and it's called Brazil, so it must be amazing. And my last pick, which I'm dying to get, and I don't even know what it is St. Vincent.
That's a $50 7-inch.
But it's Annie Clark, so anything
Worth
for Annie
it.
Clark. Worth it.
So to say that if anyone's a Neil Young fan and has not heard Zuma, they must. This is arguably his best album. He worked with Crazy Horse. And yeah, the guitar on this album is amazing. Cortez the Killer is such a good track. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have Jules, Pieces of You. I love this album. I grew up with this. I think that it stands to this day to be an incredible kind of pop acoustic album. I dig you, Jewel.
I thought he was joking when he said that. It's not. What's special about your store?
If I was gonna have to pick one thing, would be that it's an eclectic mix of new and used vinyl. We carry primarily vinyl. We do have cassette tapes and some CDs as well, but we carry, you know, new releases from, you know, this week, and everything going all the way back to, you know, the earliest recordings known to man. We have a very small space, and we try to fill it with only classics, rarities, or things that we think that people are going to find desirable. There's not a whole lot of chud in the store. For lack of a better cliche, I'd say it's an all-killer, no-filler kind of strategy.
Do you do anything special in store?
Oh
Any
yeah,
events?
for sure. Yeah, I mean we have all sorts of events, but primarily we do live music almost every Saturday evening with local bands. But we've also had like well-known international touring acts like the Melvins and John Doe and Exene from X, and the OCs and Fuzz and Kurt Vile, you name it. Like, we've had hundreds of in-stores over the years. We also have, you know, signings in the store, and, you know, we participate in the Record Store Day celebration and all that stuff, and we have random sales where, like, the whole bargain bin's half off, or
Awesome.
everybody that works here DJs one place or another, or plays in a band or whatever. You know, we're pretty fully ingrained in the music scene here locally. And we also have a store in Chicago too. It's actually been there longer than we've been in LA. It's going on its 10th year there.
Super cool. Well, thank you so much.
For sure.
And there you have it for Highland Park.
We have more stuff coming up, so look forward to where we're going next, and I think you're gonna like it.
Like, subscribe, comment. We're here for you.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Sandy.
This is Damn It, Sandy.